There we go. As you can see, it's quite hard to attach their weapons, not weapons, sorry, to make them stand, because as far as articulation go, their legs were made in a really poor fashion. They were quite wobbly, they weren't sturdy enough, but at the same time, the material which they used in Ninja Storm weren't used on these figures. They used a much more sturdy material. So when it came to weapon application, or if you were to ever drop these figures or hit them against something, you wouldn't have to worry about seeing a scar on them. You would have to actually cause a lot of damage to them in order to see that. So that was one good side, but they had more negative points than good. Like the detail, it lacks a bit of detail, and also they came with these Dino Thunder morphers on their hand. As you knew, when the Dino Thunder Rangers morphed, their morpher appeared on their wrist, and they didn't take the time to Ranger specify these morphers. They just painted on whatever morpher on all of them. So all the guys have the same design. They're not specified into T-Rex or Tyrannosaurus or Triceratops. But luckily we had the Yellow Ranger who had hers. Actually, they took the time to actually put in the pterodactyl plate and everything. So here we are, the Dino Thunder Rings. As far as articulation, it's the same as the Ninja Storm figures. They don't have, you can't really move their wrists. You could just move their hands up and down from the shoulder region and elbow region. Also the legs, you can move it up and down and rotate the figure from the knee region, and you can move their leg up and down from the knee. So that's about it for articulation. As for ratings, I would give them a 6 or maybe a 5 out of 10, because they had more negative going for them than positive ones. Like, no, they have two positives which I can think of. Are one, again, like I told you, they didn't use the poor material they used other Ninja Storm figures. Two, they didn't have any big lacking differences in them. Like the Ninja Storm figures had hollow chests for the light up, but these ones didn't have anything huge like that going on. So those were the two good points about them. But as far as negative points go, one major thing that really ticked me off were their legs. They were not made sturdy enough, so when you tried to pose them, more than likely they always fall over, and you had to actually work on them to stand properly. That's one major thing that bugged me about them. Two, they made the males a bit too oversized and masculine. The Ninja Storm size was perfect. I don't know why they had to go ahead and make the size even bigger like that. And three, the detail, they're lacking in the detail department. Like, as you can tell, the Ninja Storm figures were a bit more detailed, like they were to be on the show, than these figures. They had more negative things going on than positive, so that's why they would end up getting a 5 or 6 from me. So next, I'll tell you about cost. As far as cost goes, I've seen these figures still in their box and being sold all together for about I've seen them go for like $150, because you have to consider these are a few years ago when Dino Thunder appeared, so you will have to end up paying a bit. Like, these aren't rare, so so that's one good thing about them. And I have seen them in their packaging still sold individually for $30 plus shipping. Also, I've seen them once maybe sold without their weapons loose. It was about for $30, and I cannot tell you how much they would go for if they had all their weapons but were loose, because I haven't seen one. I don't want to give you an estimate because I could end up being wrong, and I wouldn't want to do that to you. So here are the Dino Thunder Power Rangers for you. And next, I'm gonna do a review, which is one of my favorite teams after Lightspeed Rescue, the SPD Power Rangers, because They took some care into making them, and also they were highly detailed. And thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And as always, please leave feedback. Oh man, that was harsh. He actually said the SPD figures were better than us, right in front of us too. Alright, you guys are awesome too.